Hi, internet icons. Welcome back to our podcast, Literally.
No one asked.
And today we are going to be ranking our villains who we think kind of ain't.
And we're not saying that they were totally right, but we're also not saying that they were totally wrong.
Exactly.
So these are villains we feel like kind of cooked, kind of ate, however you want to put it. We just think that they deserve a second look. They have been wronged, and we're going to get into why.
Yep.
So my number 5 is Maleficent.
Yes.
The baddie I am dressed as today. And not only did I love Sleeping Beauty growing up, and I feel like she was a good villain, like Mirror, Mirror. Wait, that's Snow White.
Oh,
I
girl.
was about to say, Mirror, Mirror on the Wall.
Oh,
girl. Not me dressed as Maleficent with the Maleficent mishap. Anywho, but I did love, like, with her green skin and her little staff. And did she have her little crow?
Mhm.
Yeah, she had a little crow. So I loved seeing her as that version. But then I really loved the Angelina Jolie, I think it was
That was
2014
iconic.
Maleficent. I remember crying in the theaters. Like, I loved it. I think she did a great job. And that really made me resonate with Maleficent. So, yeah, she went through a huge act of betrayal from someone that she thought she could trust and love. I'd probably crash out too. I'd crash out too, girl. And I was also thinking about it. Like, she kind of ate. Like, she didn't get invited to a party. And so she cursed the baby. Kind of ate. Like, don't leave my girl out.
And then she also ended up, like, actually caring for her. You know what I mean? Like, at least in the Angelina Jolie. On my hands, on my knees, like, you need a dummy. And that's what I think of. But, like, she was actually, like, kind of good. Like, that's the version I always think of. Obviously, they animated as well. But, yeah, I don't know. One, that dragon is baddie down. Like,
Baddie
something
down.
about dragon.
And I mean, she kind of ate. I mean, look
she
at
be
the fit
eating.
I'm in right now. Like,
Yeah,
she just
you're
kinda ate
eating.
by the way she looked. Like, she's a serving villain.
A body yada yada.
So that's my number 5.
My number 5 is Gin Ichimaru from Bleach, and I love him so much. And Riley has, like, again, we've talked about Bleach a couple times now. She's still, like, catching up, you know what I mean? So I'm not going to say too much, but Bleach has been out for a decent amount of time. We got 1,000-Year Blood War and everything not too long ago. But with Gin, he had, like, a similar kind of story arc progression as to Itachi in my comparison. Just with, like, you know, the reveal we get later and everything with his true intentions and stuff like that. And so it's really tender. But he was, like, a villain. He still did, like, some pretty things. So I think that he's a villain, but he got his redemption arc, and that's why his story needed to be really reevaluated, because he ate down. So that's why he's my number 5. And I won't say too much again because of Riley, but if you know, you know.
Good picks. Thanks for not spoiling it for me. I'll catch up.
Yeah.
My number 4 is Snape from Harry Potter. So I kind of watched Harry Potter growing up, didn't really love it. But then as an adult, I actually did kind of get more into Harry Potter. So I rewatched it all like about a year ago. And I love it. Love Harry Potter. And yeah, for the first, like, most of the movies, 80% of the way, I did not like Snape. I'm like, why is he so grumpy? Why has he got a stick up his... Like, I did not really love Snape. But then, of course, I mean, the show has been out for a long time. So spoiler warning, but,
You know.
when Snape kills Dumbledore, you're immediately like, oh my lord, like, he is bad, like, he's a villain. And then you kind of get the sense that he's going after Harry, but then you very quickly realize that it was actually, it's like Itachi vibes. Like, Dumbledore was kind of just using Harry along to get Voldemort, like he knew Voldemort was going to come after him and what would happen. So he was basically just raising him for slaughter, and Snape knew that was never okay. So his grumpiness didn't come from a place of hating Harry necessarily. It was like not agreeing with why he's, like, still around. And the biggest part is he is the son of the love of his life and his bully. So yeah, I'd crash out to Snape if the love of my life married my bully and then had a child, and then I had to help teach the pick-me child for like 18 years. So
Not the pick-me-ass child. That's so real.
I love Harry Potter, but he is a pick-me. Sorry. So Snape's crash out, Snape's villainy is very valid. So I see you, Snape. You kind of ate. I would be grumpy too. And you did some good things. So realty's real.
Yeah, I agree.
Hey, quick break. Just wanted to let you know that this episode is brought to you by Well, me. When I'm not dressing up and recording this podcast, I actually run a business, and it's called Riley Yana's Social Media Services. I work with brands, entrepreneurs, and creatives, all to help them grow their strategies, create engaged audiences, and create content that actually resonates. So if you're ready to grow your social media, check the show notes for a special discount just for you.
My number 4 is Ice King from Adventure Time. Again, who I am dressed up as today. Okay, we're not going to talk about how I'm kind of like botched Ice King, but like it's okay.
Hypothermic Jesus.
Hypothermic Jesus. Yes, come through. You better work, hypothermic Jesus.
But
I should have done
so
like little
serving.
purple. But yes, we were trying to serve down. It was my 21st birthday not that long ago, and I couldn't get a crown in time. So you know
Ice King
what?
just had his 21st.
Yes. He went to Vegas too. But I put him on here because he is like one of the villains. There's lots of villains throughout Adventure Time. He's like the most reoccurring main villain. And I put quotation because with everything with Marceline and why he even is Ice King, he was Simon before, you know, like this super smart, like, scientist, researcher. And when he would wear the crown, like, it made him go crazy and see things, and he slowly lost his memory, but he was really just trying to protect Marceline. And so when he left that note behind of, like, I'm sorry for all the things I'll do and say when I forget you, you know, essentially. So it was so sad, like, learning all of that about their past and everything with Marceline because she lost her mom. And then he took over caring for her, and he literally did that just to like protect her in this like post-apocalyptic.
That's so sad. Like I didn't even know. I was like a casual watcher, so I didn't, get like the full finishing of the plot and the storyline. So when you told me that, I'm like,
yeah, no, he did not even look remotely anything like Ice King when he was himself. So it's really sad, but it was a good storyline. Adventure Time is so fire, so that's why I wanted to put him on here because he ate. And also when he is Ice King, he's crazy and he's crunchy as hell. Like
he kind of
is
ate
so
with his
funny.
little sayings.
He eats with his little sayings. He be shaking it all the time.
Hey.
And his little penguins, we love Gunther.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Slade King.
So good pick. Good pick.
Number 4.
Shout out Ice King.
Yes.
My number 3 is Light Yagami from Death Note. And like I started this episode off, I'm not saying they were right. I'm not even saying I fully condone or agree.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just saying they kind of ate.
That's all, point blank, period.
Exactly. And I feel like it's a common experience for anime watchers. One of the first animes they probably get into is Death Note because it's easy, it's well written, you love the characters, you can zip through it in a weekend. So it was one of the first animes I watched too. I think it was like Hunter x Hunter, Death Note, maybe 1 or 2 more, but it was definitely in the first 5 that I ever saw. So imprinted on me.
Yep.
And I remember at the beginning, he like had some kind of morally gray, justified reason for doing what he was doing. Like, I think I remember they said that crime did dip for a little bit. He was like killing people who were causing harm or whatever. But like most power, it goes to his head and he starts taking out people that don't need to be taken out. So
Yeah.
I think it was a good idea first, bad execution. But I mean, he kind of cooked, like he kind of ate. And that's another thing for a lot of the villains on this list is I'm rooting for them. Even if I know that they're a little bit wrong, like from the perspective that I get them in, I just found myself kind of rooting for him. Like you don't want him to get caught by the police or L when you're watching Death Note. So he kind of ate for that.
And I even saw a thing while we were doing all of this and I was looking at, other people's opinions on certain villains I had put down too. People are saying that L is a villain as well, which I guess, yeah.
Too light.
Yeah, too light, yeah. So I was like, okay, interesting. But really, like, I'm literally like, yes.
Yeah, girl, you got this.
I really feel it now. I gotta do, I gotta do but, no, so that it was really good. When you told me that, I was like, you cooked with that. Just like he kind of did.
Just like
a
he kind of did.
Just a little bit.
So that is why Light is my number 3.
Absolutely. And for my number 3, I did Shigaraki because for My Hero Academia, and I will be talking about like spoilers and stuff like that.
Warning.
Some things that are animated, some things that are not animated, and I gave her spoiler warnings ahead of time as well because I was like, this like actually needs like it's a more important context as to why he's a villain, not like ate for what he did.
We have to spoil a little bit. Context.
Yeah, because even like with like Eren and all those things too, other bad people, like with All for One, the main villain of the My Hero world where people get quirks and everything, he's able to take people's quirks, but he can also give people quirks. And we saw that Shigaraki as a kid had this quirk that would, disintegrate things and make them fall apart. And he killed like his whole family by accident, essentially. But you learn later as well that All for One like took him in or whatever. But he planned this from the very beginning of his life because his grandma was like a student of All for One's arch nemesis. So like there's so many ties between it all, but essentially Shigaraki's quirk that caused him to fall into despair wasn't even his originally, and that's like one of the spoilers from the manga. But you see in the most recent season that he is like fighting like All for One. He is being horrible. He's killed so many innocent people and it's bad. But also like at this point in time in the anime and everything, he is fighting against All for One, but he's still kind of being a dick, so it's hard. But
And that's when I thought it was interesting. Like, okay, he did kind of eat because you think of All for One, right?
Yeah.
It's like the hero,
Yeah.
but then you find out.
oh no, All for One's the villain.
What's it? One for all?
One for all
They
is like
gotta
the
stop making
power.
it so close to each other. Like I'm
Girl,
a little.
I know.
I always be flipping it around, so
Girl,
that's
I
really
know.
hard. But the hero, that gave him the quirk that basically created the villain. So is he the villain? Am I the drama?
Is it me? No, literally though. So that My Hero's actually really good, and it started out really like cute, soft, and innocent, and then it got darker and darker as it progressed. And some people don't really love that, but I love some dark. So I'm happy for it.
I like how they did that with My Hero. I like how they did that with Naruto. Like
Mhm.
when our MCs are growing up, so does the things that happen to them. Like they're not just dealing with like a little fight; their lives are on the line. So I appreciate when it gets a little more serious.
Yes, I agree. So that is why that was my number 3.
And before we get into the real juice, the real villains,
Meaty bit.
we are doing a middle segment every episode to see what sticks, what we like, what you like. So let us know which one's your favorite. But today we are going to be doing Who Said It villain version.
Yes.
So I have 2 quotes from Ice King or Trisha Paytas. And I'm going to read both of them. And Maddie's going to have to guess whether it was Ice King or Trisha Paytas.
Oh, goodness. Okay, let's see.
So let me just pull up my quotes. I feel like they were good to compare each other too because they both
say out-of-pocket things.
love you both. Love you, Trish. But okay. Ready for your quotes? Do you want them back to back or do you want them one at a time?
One at a time.
Okay. How long do you think it's going to be until the world ends?
That gives Trisha Paytas.
I guess Trisha. Do you want to hear both before I tell you the answers?
Sure, give me both.
Okay. Holes or holes?
I'm gonna stick with Trisha Paytas on the first one. And I'm gonna say Ice King for number 2.
Ding, 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 ding.
Really?
Yes.
Oh my god.
Ice King said
Redemption!
holes or
This is my redemption arc. This is my redemption
after
arc.
you failed the soda taste test from last episode. So anyway, we don't talk about that. But yes, when I was looking up like funny Ice King quotes, holes or holes. I was like, this is a kid show.
Yeah, no, he is nasty. Nasty.
So good job. You killed it. You know your Trisha and your Ice King.
Thank you. Okay. Mine, I feel like I kind of cooked with this one. Hers is going to be Maleficent, just like how, she is Maleficent.
I am Maleficent.
But the other one is going to be from Taylor Swift.
Okay, brokenhearted baddies.
Would you like both of them at once then?
Yeah, give them both to me. Give me like 5 seconds in between.
Okay. The first one I'm going to give you is Love Doesn't Always End Well.
I can immediately see both of them saying that. Okay.
And then the second one is I Had the Best Day with You. And again, for the Taylor Swift thing, it's like a song lyric.
Yeah, okay. Oh, Maddie, you cooked. Read them to me one more time.
The first one was Love Doesn't Always End Well.
Love doesn't always end well.
The second one was I had the best day with you.
For some reason, my feathers are fluttering, my horns are tingling.
What are they telling you, Colleen?
The second quote is Maleficent. My feathers fluttered wrong. So she said, Love
doesn't always end well.
Love doesn't always end well. I mean, I guess I should have known that from her backstory, but I was like, maybe she was.
That one was giving more song lyric. That's why I was like, this one's hard.
That was hard. You cooked.
Thank you. Thank you.
Good job.
I'm in my redemption era.
And again, before we jump into the top 2, we wanted to give a shout out to our honorable mention. And we have put our queen Elphaba on a list before, so that's why we just wanted to give her an honorable mention. But she's kind of in that Maleficent vibe of
Yep.
she's the Wicked Witch of the West. Like everyone knows her as a villain or one way, but I really feel like with the help of Wicked, and Wicked has been around for a long time. The Broadway show's been going on for a while, but I'm happy that the movies are out now because now I can reach a much larger audience. But Elphaba's just a misunderstood girl. She's not the villain.
Right.
She was fighting for her rights. She was fighting for the people of Oz, and she got turned into a villain for it. So she ate, she cooked. There's no ifs or what's about it. And that's why I also didn't feel like she belonged totally on villain, because some of the people on here are kind of villainous. Like the top two I'm about to say, definitely villains. Definitely villains.
Oh, yeah.
And Elphaba's, it's hard for me to call her a villain.
She was more in the right.
She's misunderstood.
Yeah, she's just a misunderstood queen, and we see you, girl.
So Elphaba is our shout out for our villains who ate. And so now my number 2 for villains who kind of ate, a little controversial, Eren Yeager. And so again, I'm going to be a broken record, but I'm not necessarily condoning the mass genocide. I'm not saying I agree. I'm just saying he kind of ate.
Yeah.
And
quite literally too.
I didn't watch Attack on Titan until I think season 3 had come out. So I didn't have to wait quite as long as the OG stands. I'm so sorry for you. But I still watched it over the course of a couple years. So there's almost this element of like, I had to watch all of Eren's comrades die for like long periods of time. I feel like it's different when you binge a show. Like you feel all these intense emotions for like a weekend. And don't get me wrong, they can still make a huge impact on you. But I feel like when you are just thinking about it for years on end, like, oh, like I spent so many times thinking about these characters, so much time thinking about Attack on Titan. So yeah, you feel that heaviness of when all of his comrades die. And when you find out, spoiler warning, when you find out like how Titans came to be and how it's like this political and racial and all these different elements that like you weren't
even more genocide.
Yeah,
like
exactly.
on the reverse end, that's literally why he became like so villainous in the end, was learning about all of that, you know, all of his people were oppressed. You know what I mean? Like they were.
Exactly. Like I'm not giving the stamp of approval, but through the multiple seasons, I'm like, you kind of understand. Like it makes it very gray. It's not black and white. And like, again, I don't agree with the genocide, but I kind of see where he cooked. And honestly, I just love watching the storyline of going from Eren, this like, no, he's not ever wimpy, but you watch him learning how to be like a fighter and a soldier and go into his capabilities of being a Titan and all these different things, into the most feared, villainous, scary creature that there is. And like, I remember just like being shook watching the scene of him beating the absolute out of the Warhammer Titan. Like, that was kind of even though he's a villain and he's doing the wrong thing, that was kind of baddie. That was kind of baddie to watch.
And no, and just at the end in Mika's, it hurt so bad. Like all of that. And the payoff was beautiful and the writing is so good. And that's the best part about medias that are so intense like that, is being able to pick it apart and have those different opinions and see, you know, what reflections you're supposed to make off of all those really intense scenes and feelings. And the art is also so beautiful.
Exactly. So I know there's going to be some haters out there, but Eren kind of
had to be said. It had
to be said. Had to be done.
He ate physically and literally. Okay.
Exactly.
And that is going to lead me into my number 2, which is Itachi. Y'all, you know, he would not be coming up so much if he wasn't just such a goddamn baddie in every category. Like, you know, even though we said alpha, but no, like he quite literally, again, like
he earned his spot at number 2.
Yes, he did. And it's going to be different from the siblings talk where I was talking about the trauma bonded siblingness between him and Sasuke. We're talking about the villain aspect. And when we were talking about this list with my dad, there's like the light novels that the author and, you know, other people help work on. Kishimoto's the main author, but there's other people too that help, where no pictures, like it's the light novel. And in Itachi's light novel, it basically explains the night that the Uchiha massacre happened, where, you know, they learned that the Uchiha clan wanted to take out the Leaf Village. Itachi was like, okay, I'm gonna take everyone out and not worry about it, but he ended up actually really only taking out the like young men, like men, you know, not children. And Obito, who was a different Uchiha, that was Kakashi's friend, and he's gonna be brought up for sure in the future times. But just for the sake of this, glazing over it, he was actually the one that killed all the women and children in the village. And so that's like a villain that did not really eat. Like, I love Obito, and he definitely had a hard time, but like, Itachi ate extra times hard, that he wanted to do this to preserve his clan and his family, and then only went after the men. Like, yeah,
Like,
you ate, king.
yeah, he had to be a villain to be a secret hero, which is
Exactly.
very heroic.
Exactly.
So that's why he's the villain who ate, because to everybody else, he is a villain. And at the end of the day, he did kill a lot of people. That's villainous. That's
Yeah, and even after, you know what I mean? Like, he was in the Akatsuki for like a good minute, and he still committed crimes while he was with them and everything. So he's not separated from those as well. So, you know, he has other blood on his hands, but he still did it for a greater good, unfortunately. So that's why he's my number 2, and he keeps coming back. So I don't want to hear no complaining.
so my villain who ate is Dexter.
Yes.
And I also loved Dexter growing up. I got pneumonia when I was like 14, and I was sick in bed. Like, I could not go to school for like 2 weeks. And I just watched Dexter. I binged all of Dexter during that time. So I fell in love with Dexter. And me and my dad always called him a serial killer with a heart of gold, because that is exactly what he is. Because again, when you just look at it from when you step back and look at it, he's killing people. He's a serial killer.
Yep. Point blank period.
We really cannot justify that. That's why we have a court, a judicial system. Like, we cannot just be murdering people. However, he had a code. He had a code of ethics. He wasn't killing people who unjustly deserved it. So, you know, blood, splatter analyst by day, serial killer by night, kind of hot during the whole time. I don't know. There's just something about Dexter. Like, he just cooked. So
I know he do be kind of fine.
he do, and he's coming back. I just
coming.
saw that they're doing like a reboot, and it's going to be Michael C. Hall in it. The Dexter is coming back. So I hope they don't Bay Harbor butcher it. I hope that it's something good. I hope that it's good continuation of the story. And confession, I never watched the last 2 episodes of Dexter because
we were so hurt.
I just have this weird thing. I'm like, if I don't finish it, it didn't end. If that makes sense. I didn't want Dexter to end. So I'm like, I didn't finish it, so it didn't end.
Yep.
So I officially haven't seen. So I'll have to watch those final 2 episodes before I watch the new series. But yeah, Dexter is the OG villain who kind of ate. And I was thinking about it because You is really popular, and I love You. I watched all of it, and I loved it. However, he did not eat. Joe did not eat at all because he kills the women he loves unjustly. Yeah. Like, he kills a lot of people that are unjust. Like, you like kind of root for him sometimes, but no. At the same time, like, I was disgusted by Joe through a lot of the season. Whereas with Dexter, I'm like, yeah, kill the pedophile. Yeah. Like, do that. You kind of cooked. So that's why he's my number 1. He was the first person I thought of when we were thinking of this category. So,
like, that's what someone should do, is go after the other horrible people, and he be cooking.
So Dexter, you are the villain.
Number 1. And for my number 1, I'm going to be talking about Miss Ellie Williams from The Last of Us, specifically part 2 and the game. I'm not really going to be talking about the show because I don't think it's the worst, but they definitely treated her a little bit differently in the show. In the game, she is way more murderous, way more intense, way more brutal. So just like Joel, you know, after he killed all the people in Salt Lake and in that hospital and everything for her, like, that was pretty intense. And after Joel was killed by Abby, she goes on this pursuit to find the people that did that and kill them. And throughout all of that, she is gnarly. Like, she is intense. And like, it's not funny. I hate that I laugh. But like, when I was watching this season 2 to talk about the show for a minute, like, there is one of the characters, and I do think they end up making her pregnant, but a big part of like Ellie's like showing her morality was like she ends up killing a character in the game who is pregnant. And when she realized she's pregnant, it's like really conflicting and hard for her because her girlfriend that she's with is also pregnant, and she, you know, so that like made her kind of come back to reality of like the horrific things that she's kind of doing in this like unjust apocalyptic world. And like, what would you do in this unjust world where there is no law and your father essentially gets brutally murdered in front of you? You know what I mean? Like, that's why she kind of ain't, in my opinion. I will always be an Ellie apologist. I love her so much. So that's why she's my number 1. Controversial, some people may say, for calling her a villain, but technically a lot of them could be considered villains. Joel, Abby, Ellie, you know, a couple of them. So
it's really just from what perspective you look at it. But when you look at it from a non-emotional perspective, she's
kind of
a villain.
And that's kind of the point of the game, is to test your morality and your empathy. You know what I mean? So that's why that's one of my favorite games ever, and it was really good. So I love Ellie so much, and she's my number 1 villain, but my number 1 baddie too.
Okay, wait. This is going to be a little bit difficult. Now that we've ranked all of our baddies, we like to
Yeah.
choose number one by if we put them in a pit and had to duke it
Who
out.
coming out?
Who coming out?
Who coming
This
out?
is kind of hard because neither of them have like superhero powers.
No, they're both gonna
They're
duke
both
it out.
just going to duke it out. Dexter versus Ellie. Dexter's had to have run-ins with literal serial killers. Like he worked on the force. Like he
Ellie has
a
taken
good...
down like huge zombies. She's like immune,
You
but
think...
that doesn't do anything to a serial killer.
So who do you think would win, Dexter or Ellie? That's
Bro.
a hard one.
This is hard.
I mean, I put my baddie up, obviously.
I put my baddie up, obviously. What about we do this? What about let's do one rock, paper, shoot?
Okay.
One
Fighting
rock, paper,
for our
shoot.
baddie. Representing our baddies.
Okay, ready?
Ready? 3, 2, 1, shoot.
Yeah. Oh. Like, rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
Oh, okay. Ellie just took down Dexter.
Ellie is the baddie of the season. Yes.
So thank you for tuning in. Let us know what villains ate in your opinion, who we missed, who cooked, who you would like to see on the list.
Mm-hmm.
And we hope that you join us next week, but it's okay if you don't because literally
No one asked.
And the hint for next week's episode is think of a star sign who loves attention and we'll be giving them that attention next week.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
And back again is me. I'm also here to tell you that this episode's brought to you by me. I run my small business lunar cause, so if you're ever in the SLC area and you want to grow your natural nails strong and healthy with intricate custom nail art, you'll come to me for that, of course. And you can see more information for that in the show notes below.